Trump versus Harris 2024 polls. Harris' national lead dips slightly in latest survey amid virtual tie in swing states. The race between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump is close to a dead heat just 6 weeks before the election. According to a string of surveys this month, the latest showing Harris's favorability rating has reached a record high, while Trump's remains underwater. Harris is up by 5 points, 50% to 45%, according to Morning Consult's weekly poll released Tuesday, down from a 6-point lead, her widest yet in Morning Consult polls, a week earlier. Though her favorability rating among likely voters has reached a record high, 53% compared to Trump's 45%. Harris has a 4-point edge over Trump, 52% 48%, in the latest CBS News YouGov poll of likely voters taken September 18 to 20. But her lead shrinks to just 51% 49% in the 7 states likely to decide the winner: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, and North Carolina. It's a marginal change from a month ago when CBS and YouGov showed Harris ahead by points nationally, 51% 48%, and tied with Trump in the swing states. Meanwhile, Harris has a 5-point lead, 49% 44%, with registered voters in an NBC poll from September 13 to 17, a stark improvement in the Democrats' numbers since Trump led President Joe Biden 45 to 43% in July. Harris and Trump are tied at 47%, according to a New York Times Siena poll of likely voters released September 19, that found the majority of voters in every demographic gave positive reviews of Harris's September 10th debate performance, with 67% overall saying she did well, compared to 40% who said the same about Trump. Trump led Harris 48%, 47% in Times Siena surveys from early September and late July. 2 other polls from September 19 show Harris with a slight edge. She's up by 4 points, 49 to 45%, in a YouGov Economist survey of registered voters, and 2 points, 50% 48%, in Fox News's likely voter survey. A small shift after Harris trailed by 1 point in an early August Fox poll and led by just 2 points in an early September YouGov poll. Harris led Trump by 3 points, 48% to 45%, with 8% undecided, in a new Forbes Harris-X survey of 3,018 registered voters, taken September 11 to 13, margin of error 1.8. After the two were tied at 45% with 10% undecided, in a pre-debate Harris-X survey of 1,003 registered voters, taken September 9 to 10, margin of error 3.1. In a Monmouth University poll of 803 registered voters taken September 11 to 15, margin of error 3.9, 49% said they will definitely or probably vote for Harris, while 44% said the same about Trump, results that nearly mirror the group's August survey that found Harris leading 48% to 43%. Surprising fact, pre-debate surveys found Harris's polling surge appeared to be plateauing, including a NPR-PBS Marist survey of registered voters taken September 3/5 that showed Harris led Trump 49% to 48%, down from a 3-point lead in August, though she still led him by 3 points, 51% to 48%, among those who say they definitely plan to vote. Harris was up by 2 points, 47% to 49%, in a September 3 to 4 Emerson College survey of likely voters, a slight decline from her 4-point lead in Emerson's August poll. Harris leads Trump by 2 points overall in the 7 battleground states likely to decide the election: Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia, according to a Bloomberg Morning Consult survey taken October 23 to 27. Harris leads Trump in 6 of the 7 states individually and is tied in Arizona. Trump leads Harris in Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina, while Harris leads in Pennsylvania, according to a new New York Times Siena poll. Harris has narrowed Trump's lead in Iowa over Biden from 18 points in June to 4 points in a Des Moines Register Mediacom Iowa poll conducted September 8 to 11 by longtime pollster Ann Selzer, known for her accuracy. Biden dropped out of the race on July 21 after resisting calls from within his own party for weeks to end his re-election bid in the wake of his disastrous performance in the June 27 debate. He immediately endorsed Harris, and she announced plans to seek the nomination. The party quickly coalesced around her, with 99% of Democratic delegates voting to officially nominate her in a virtual roll call prior to the Democratic National Convention in August. Harris tapped Minnesota Gov editor Tim Walz as her running mate, weeks after Trump announced Ohio Senator J.D. Vance as his pick for vice president. ABC News hosted the first debate between Harris and Trump on September 10th from Philadelphia. Pundits, including former Fox News anchor Chris Wallace and NBC News presidential historian Michael Beschloss, widely considered Harris to be the winner of the debate, as she repeatedly needled Trump, causing him to veer off topic. The majority of voters, 53%, who said they had heard at least something about the debate, said Harris won, while 24% said Trump won, and the rest didn't answer, Reuters Ipsos found. Far more Democrats, 91%, also said Harris won than the share of Republicans, 53%, who said Trump did, according to the Reuters Ipsos survey. Harris's rise in polls is coupled with an increase in Democratic enthusiasm for the election, which has nearly doubled since Harris's entrance into the race from 46% in June to 85% now, while enthusiasm among Republicans has stayed stagnant at 71%, according to a Monmouth University poll released August 14th.